Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. I'm your host, Grave Knives, and tonight we are going to be looking at Alabama via request of Ethan. So, before we get started, though, I do want to point out that this little intro that I'm having to redo, I'm actually in the middle of editing the video. I've already done Alabama, and my intro was screwed up, so I've had to go back and redo another intro real quick. So that's what we're doing here. But Alabama, I kind of like it a little bit because I can actually speak a little bit about the state, even though I'm going to keep it simple because you're about to hear about the state. Plenty of goofy, dumb laws, and tonight in the episode, I go through a lot more of those. The explaining deeper more about the text of the law, full text. Actually, every one of those in the state I did click on. Now, you're most likely not going to be seeing but a few at best. But yeah, I went through all of those just because there was reasons for me to start checking them, and that's probably something I'm going to be doing all the time. And of course, if it doesn't have relevance and it kind of falls into that hole, it's repeating itself or it doesn't give me any type of information, it of course is going to just be cut to the side. So, anyways, well, with that being said, I hope you enjoy. After the episode, please remember to leave a comment telling me what you think the dumbest law in today's state was. Alright, let us begin with the state laws. Starting off with bear wrestling matches are prohibited. And now I'm curious if it means two bears wrestling or like a person wrestling a bear. Alright, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. Anyways, so bear wrestling matches are prohibited. We are going to start looking more into these, more about the laws, stuff like that. And not saying that you're going to see every one because, yes, on 98% of the time, it seems to be nothingness or a repetitive statement, in just on another page. So, hopefully, we'll pull something. This one actually has full text of law and about this law. So, more about this law. Bear wrestling matches are prohibited. Unlawful bear exploitation penalties. Okay, I was actually presuming at first that it was all animals and this individual just picked the bear out, because I've seen other laws and I've kind of caught on to a couple other laws in the past where they did that, where, like the organ set, there was one that you couldn't sell your eye. Well, when you go in and read it, it's illegal to sell any type of human body organ. You can't sell it. It's illegal, period. So they just kind of picked out the eye part and make it sound extra good, but this one actually seems already to be like they're specifically talking about fucking bears. So, okay. Unlawful bear exploitation penalties. A person commits the offense of unlawful bear exploitation if he or she knowingly does any one of the following: promotes, engages in, or is employed at a bear wrestling match. It is specifically about bears. Is this what y'all are doing down in fucking Alabama? Bear wrestling? You know what? If that's the worst, and we know it's not, I would be, okay with that. But sells, purchases, possesses, or trains bear for bear wrestling. Bear on bear wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, tonight we have Snuggles the Bear fighting Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Hey, guess what? The bear law isn't so bad. Incestuous marriages are legal. I don't think I need to read the full text of that law. Pretty sure we all catch the grasp of that, Cousins, brother, sister, aunt, nephew. I guess. I mean, any family member is incestuous. So, yeah, but if you're looking to get married to your cousin, just know that it is acceptable in Alabama and it's okay. Okay, so, anyways, it is illegal to impersonate a person of clergy. So, no one of the church, or I'm assuming clergy references towards the church. I know it does, but yeah, I guess you shouldn't be. I mean, who would? Why? All right. It is illegal to maim oneself to escape duty. And when I read that, I'm kind of thinking off the bat. I'm thinking like conscripture, military, freaking draft, stuff like that. You know, if like you're called upon and you run out in front of a truck and stick your leg halfway underneath the tire so you can't really walk anymore. I could see that being. Although the way they phrase that really does to me sound. I hear 1800s. I don't know about you, but I hear 1800s there. But we are going to go ahead and look at full text just because I am curious what they. Hopefully they tell us what it means by duty. All right. More about this law. It is illegal to maim oneself to escape duty. Maiming oneself to escape duty or obtain alms. Alms? I'm assuming that I want to say that it sounds like, getting yourself sick. Every person who with design to disable himself from performing a legal duty existing or anticipated shall inflict upon himself or injury where it sounds like I was wrong. Apparently it's not. No, it's anything like even jury duty. So if you're like, oh, I couldn't go to jury duty, I got hit by a car or something, which go to jury duty for fuck's sake, God. You must have windshield wipers on your car. Why is that a dumb law? I could definitely see a lot of people trying to actually get away with that and not have functioning windshield wipers. And mind you, if you don't have functioning windshield wipers and you're driving in the rain, you can't fucking see. So, again, this one kind of makes me feel like it was put on the books or it was put up here because they actually had, you know, make it a law. Hey, it's like saying, hey, you have to change your oil. Let's see. Okay, next law. Next law. You may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. What was the state where it was? You couldn't have a ice cream cone in your pocket and walk down the road on Sunday or something like that. Who's putting a fucking ice cream cone in their back pocket? And who? What does it matter? If they want to put an ice cream cone in their pocket, let them. It's not your pants. Dumb law. Masks may not be worn in public. Do they make an exception for Halloween, or am I going to come across a law here saying that Halloween's illegal because you can't wear masks? But yeah, I mean, I could see, don't be running around with a bandana on your face through town. That may look a little suspicious. Or you and your friends driving through town wearing, president masks, uh, hanging outside the bank or something. But I don't. It seems like a silly law, but there's ridiculousness to justify it in some aspects. Say it like that, all right? Um, it is considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street for fear of spooking horses. That's old. That's old. But would that really spook a horse? That's kind of my question. I mean, you'd have to be right up on by the horse, wouldn't you, when you fling it out? Next one. Women are able to retain all property they own prior to marriage in the case of divorce. However, this provision does not apply to men. That sucks. That's that's shady as fuck. It is illegal to sell peanuts in Lee County after Sunday or sundown on Wednesday. Why is it giving me a county law? Is it a state law that was handed down to the county? And that's kind of weird to have a non-state law in the states. First time I think we've ever had that we know of. Oh, God. It is illegal for a driver to be blindfolded while operating a vehicle. You know why? I'll say why. Of course. Oh, hey, look, full text of the law. Now, more about this law, but it's full text, so we'll check it out and maybe there might be something. Okay, after reading that, nowhere in there did it fucking say anything about a blindfold. It was just it can't have too many people in your front seat to where they're blocking your views off your side, or if they obstruct, your ability to drive and control the vehicle. But nowhere in there did it say you can't have a blindfold on. Okay, so this is going to be the last little bit for the state laws. Dominoes may not be played on Sunday. Alright, that's definitely a dumb sounding law. Alright, here we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. I'm not going to clap because I don't want sound echoing too hard. It is illegal, though, to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. They are a no joking, no gag playing church state. They probably sit there and they just sing very like depressing and whatever. But I like how specific it is too. No fake mustaches. Go in with a beard. I don't know. It is ridiculous. It is a stupid fucking law that someone got paid to put that on the books. Putting salt on a railroad track may be punishable by death. The little screen jump just now, that was because I went ahead and I looked into this whole, because I'm curious about how true it is about salt put on a railroad track is punishable by death. So I went and I googled and I looked and I looked, and through the stuff I looked at, it seems like it was a law, and I mean it's clearly not a law anymore. But it was once a law, I guess. Alright, continuing on. Boogers may not be flicked into the wind. The problems that plague Alabama. But boogers into the wind? Come on. It's a fucking matter. I mean, no one, no one wants to see someone sitting, out on the street as people walk by. That would be terrible, disgusting. A person would probably deserve a punch in the face, but does it really need to be a law? I don't think so. Last one for the state laws. It is legal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street if you have a lantern attached to the front of your automobile. Because it's talking about an automobile, when it was saying a lantern, I was picturing a stagecoach. Was I not the only? Was anybody else picturing, the wagon and stagecoach with a lantern on the front? Before they spit out the word automobile. Granted, I'm pretty sure since the automobile has been around, we've been putting lamps on the front. We call them headlights. So there you go, people. If you're in Alabama and you're watching this, apparently strap a lantern to the front of your car and one-way street signs no longer apply to you. It's like a go wherever you want card. And make sure when the cops pull you over, point it out. I have a lantern, officer. I have a lantern. I think that's enough said. Goofy. So far, state laws, in my opinion, goofy. Goofy dumb. Starting off, Alabama is Anniston. Anniston, Alabama. Do the flippy thing. You may not wear blue jeans down Noble Street. That's like a very. It's very specific about the location. Just that street. You can wear blue jeans anywhere else, but not on that street. Why? If anybody knows, if anybody knows anything about any of these laws ever, and can actually, please comment. Give your opinion on them. Now, moving on to Auburn, Alabama. No person may spit on the floor of a church. You shouldn't be spitting on the floor of any religious structure, that people hold sacred or holy to them. Well, really, I mean, the floor of any building is pretty fucking rude to spit on. I don't care if you're at your barbershop, or the fucking post office. Why don't? That's disgusting. People don't do that. I mean, it should be illegal, but so. But a church is specific, though. It is very specific about the church. Or you know what? Hey, look at that. What's that? Full text of the law. Go into it. It is unlawful for any person to spit upon the sidewalks. See? That's what I mean. It is unlawful for any person to spit upon the sidewalks or upon the floors of places of worship, buses, public halls, theaters, or public places. Now, see, that makes more sense. Continuing on with Auburn, Alabama, it is illegal to bike, roller skate, skateboard, or inline skate in a commercially zoned area. I like how they put inline skate in there too. Like they separated it from roller skate. I mean, and it is different, but I can see people, like, oh, I'm not roller skating, I'm inline skating. Totally different. Technicalities, and that's, why they, just so they can cover all their bases, I guess. But yeah, commercially zoned area. So, the places where it's going to have big open slabs of concrete and rails and fun stuff to skate on, you can't go there. Again, I hope, to avoid that, maybe they would put, skate parks in. If you can't tell, at one point in time, I used to skate. I used to ride bikes. I'm not saying for a second that I was good at it in any way, but I did it. I had fun, and I don't do it no more though. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want people skating on the streets and stuff like that, put it in a skate park. Give them a place to go. It's fair. Men who deflower virgins, regardless of age or marital status, may face up to 5 years in jail. Moving on to Huntsville, Alabama. If an animal control officer is in uniform, it signifies to the public that he is an animal control officer. Okay, so just so you know, I am clicking on all the full text about the law, but if you're not seeing them, it's because it's not worth reading, because like this one, there was a lot there. And basically it just says, they're doing their job. It's a city, you can't screw with them. You can't, attack them. You can't try to stop them or anything like that. Apparently you can't molest them either. That was in there too. You can't molest the animal control officer. Probably why they got those long sticks with the rope to get you back. Yeah, back, Sheila. Anyways, so in Lee County, Alabama, it is illegal to sell peanuts in Lee County after sundown on Wednesday. Now that's not fair. That is not fair. Because that was the freaking law that was in the state laws. See, I told you it was weird that they had a county law in with the state laws. I guess he wanted to just make some space, put a little extra in there. Maybe he thought we wouldn't notice. Or they. I don't know if this was a guy who made it. Could have been a woman. Maybe they thought, or I'm sorry, gender identified. My bad. Whoever the fuck it is, they clearly didn't think we would notice. We did. We fucking noticed. Alrighty. On to Mobile, Alabama. Women may not wear a lewd dress in public. Lewd dress. We've read that one in another state before, and I'm pretty sure it was a southern state. As a matter of fact, I think it may have been Arkansas. But as I said, it's time to click on that damn full text. More about this law. Women may not wear a lewd dress in public. Section 39-112. Same. Indecent dress, etc. It shall be unlawful for any person to appear in any public place, in a state of nudity or indecent or lewd dress, or make an indecent exposure of his person, or to perform or commit any indecent act. Sorry, a decent act, but still. Does anybody else feel it odd that it wraps it up with exposure of his person? No one may use a funk ball within the city limits. The hell's a funk ball? I'll tell you what, these laws are really heating up a lot more time now for me. As I'm actually looking at these and I'm trying to figure them out a little bit for you as we go. Bathing in city fountains is prohibited. No person within the city may possess confetti. It is illegal to spit orange peels on the sidewalk. Another state, spray string, silly string, is banned. Most locals do not have this problem, but Mobile found it necessary to ban bicycles from the interstate highways. Okay, we're wrapping up the last few laws for Mobile. Mobile has had a lot, actually. If one wishes to read palms in the city, they must first pay $10 for a permit. Fortune telling. You want to be a fortune teller in Mobile, you got to pay for a $10 permit, or at least at one point in time you did. If it's still there, I'm sure it's more than $10 nowadays. But it is illegal to howl at ladies within the city limits. Like, howl. Like a wolf? Like in the fucking cartoons? Okay, last law for Mobile, finally. It is unlawful to wear women's pumps with sharp high heels. My goodness, okay, I didn't think we were that far. I didn't think we were going to end in the M's, but apparently this is the last law altogether. Montgomery, Alabama. Do the spin. It is considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street for fear of spooking horses. That is so anticlimactic, it's not even funny. That's another one of the damn laws from the state laws. This one was pretty good. It had some interesting laws. I don't know. Comment down below for sure. And let me know what you thought the dumbest law was. So, Ethan, I expect to see your comment. I expect to see it.